How's it going, everybody? The PlayStation July savings sale is running from now until July 15th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Alright, with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $29, 58% off, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is an open-world action-adventure where players become a samurai defending Tsushima while mastering stealth, swordplay, and archery to fight invading forces. Players explore the main island and Iki Island expansion, complete Legends online co-op missions, and uncover hidden secrets while enjoying all additional content, including a digital art book and director's commentary. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off. Horizon Forbidden West is a breathtaking open-world action RPG that expands Aloy's journey with stunning visuals, thrilling combat, and a richly detailed world teeming with danger, mystery, and adventure. Venturing into the perilous Forbidden West to uncover new threats, you'll explore diverse landscapes and confront massive, awe-inspiring machines while unraveling the secrets of a dying world with a free PS5 upgrade available. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off. Gears of War Reloaded is an Unreal Engine remaster of the original blockbuster shooter, fully optimized for PS5 with 4K assets, HDR, and beautifully remastered lighting, shadows, and enhanced environmental detail. This definitive edition includes all DLC, bonus campaign content, and full crossplay and progression support, letting you fight the Locust threat solo or cooperatively with friends in cinematic, action-packed battles. It's a 94 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. For $40, 50% off. God of War Ragnarok Deluxe Edition is a cinematic action-adventure that continues Kratos and Atreus' emotional journey through the Nine Realms as Fimbulwinter threatens the fate of gods and mortals alike. You'll battle Norse gods and monsters with fluid, expressive combat, explore stunning mythological landscapes, and witness the evolving father-son relationship through epic set pieces and boss fights as prophecy and destiny close in. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $24, 40% off. Tekken 8 is the latest entry in the fighting game series, with over 32 detailed characters with high-resolution models, featuring cinematic story sequences and interactive stages. Engage in fast-paced battles using new mechanics like heat, rage arts, and the accessible special-style control system, while exploring the story mode or customizing your avatar for arcade challenges, online ranked matches, and interactive lobbies. It's a 90 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $22, 20% off. Grime 2 is the sequel to the acclaimed 2021 Metroidvania, casting you as the Formless, an art mimic who absorbs defeated enemies and summons molds in their shape for special attacks, projectiles, and summons. Venture into a mysterious new land of diverse cultures and characters, using environmental combat, parries, and grasps alongside over 30 weapons, 20 armors, and 40 abilities against deadly enemies and epic bosses. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $37, 25% off. Ready or Not is a tense, realistic tactical shooter where you lead an elite SWAT team to restore order in a city overrun by ruthless criminals and widespread corruption, danger, and chaos. You'll plan and execute high-stakes missions, positioning your squad for precise breaches, neutralizing threats, and rescuing civilians, all while making life-or-death decisions that affect your team's survival and the success of each operation. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $25, 58% off. Sackboy A Big Adventure is a vibrant 3D platformer where you guide Sackboy through handcrafted worlds full of thrilling challenges, clever puzzles, and dynamic hazards packed with secrets, collectibles, and inventive level design rewarding exploration. Play solo in a peril-filled race against time, or team up with 2 to 4 players in chaotic, joyful local and online co-op, overcoming obstacles and tackling co-op-only levels. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $35, 75% off. Assassin's Creed Valhalla Complete Edition lets you become Ivor, a Viking warrior carving a legendary path through England's Dark Ages and shaping your clan's destiny. The game features visceral melee and ranged combat, dual-wield weapons, the iconic Hidden Blade, and includes all expansions: Dawn of Ragnarok, Wrath of the Druids, The Siege of Paris, plus the Legend of Beowulf quest and Berserker packs. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $30, 40% off. Diablo 4 delivers a massive next-gen action RPG where you'll master countless abilities, battle endless demonic hordes, and scour nightmarish dungeons for legendary loot. Explore a dark open world filled with terrifying creatures, memorable characters, and a gripping campaign you can tackle solo or with friends, then dive into robust endgame activities like challenging massive world bosses and participating in seasonal events. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. For $24, 60% off. Assassin's Creed The Ezio Collection lets you step into the legendary shoes of Ezio across 3 epic adventures, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, all remastered with enhanced graphics. Follow Ezio's journey from a young man learning the assassin's ways to leading the Brotherhood in Rome, and finally to Constantinople as he walks in the footsteps of his mentor, Altair. It's an 87 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 110 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $15, 75% off, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is a cinematic first-person shooter reboot that delivers a gritty single-player campaign alongside a massive, ever-evolving online multiplayer experience. You'll engage in intense close-quarters firefights across global locations, take on cooperative special ops missions, and fine-tune your loadouts with an extensive gunsmith system featuring deep weapon customization and tactical equipment. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $11, 30% off. Minishoot Adventures is a charming twin-stick shooter that mixes open exploration with crispy shooter action, putting you in control of a swift spaceship as you fight through lush caverns, ancient temples, and sunken cities to rescue your friends from corrupted crystal. Overcome bosses in intense bullet hell battles, reclaim primordial powers to unlock new paths, and upgrade your ship across 3 difficulty modes. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $12, 40% off. 1000 Times Resist is a sci-fi adventure set 1,000 years in the future, where humanity has been nearly extinguished by a mysterious disease, and Iris becomes the all-mother of a society built entirely from her clones. As the Watcher, you relive her memories through communion, solving puzzles, exploring the orchard, and navigating shifting perspectives while discovering truths that challenge everything you thought you knew. It's a 90 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $25, 50% off. Romancing Saga 2: Revenge of the Seven is a full 3D remake of the 1993 RPG where you play as the Emperor of Avalon, defending your empire from the vengeful 7 heroes across generations. A free-form narrative lets your choices shape the order you challenge the heroes and build your empire, while strategic turn-based battles feature a timeline system, glimmers for learning new abilities, and the United Attack mechanic for combination moves. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 85 hours to platinum. For $16, 60% off. Helldivers Super Earth Ultimate Edition is a cooperative twin-stick shooter where elite soldiers defend Super Earth in an intergalactic war, facing relentless enemies, coordinating tactics, and completing dangerous missions. You operate powerful weapons and vehicles, call in devastating support, and fight alongside up to 3 players, with the Ultimate Edition adding all 11 DLC packs, a weapons pack, and a dynamic theme. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $21, 30% off. Tormented Souls 2 is a survival horror experience where Carolyn Walker must save her sister Anna from visions that manifest into terrifying reality, leading them to the remote town of Villa Hesse. Explore unnerving locations like a shadowy convent, derelict mall, and abandoned school while switching between realities to alter the past and uncover dark secrets in a twisted, suspense-filled narrative. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, and there's unfortunately 9 broken trophies making the platinum currently unobtainable. For $26, 25% off. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection is a complete remaster of the classic Star Wars Battlefront games, letting players fight iconic battles across the galaxy on modern consoles, both online and offline. Traverse massive locations, pilot legendary vehicles and starships, and battle as heroes and villains, while experiencing campaign missions, galactic conquest, and expanded hero assault across land, air, and space. It's an 83 average on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $18, 70% off. Unicorn Overlord is a tactical RPG where you reclaim your throne and lead a grand army across a vibrant, meticulously crafted world, blending overworld exploration with exquisitely animated tactical battles. Assemble over 60 unique units, grow your renown, strategically command your forces to overcome powerful enemies, and uncover the intertwined fates of 5 warring nations in an epic story of loyalty, power, and destiny. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $13, 55% off. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered is an action-adventure duo that plunges you into the epic conflict between Kain and Raziel, letting you experience the story in original or remastered graphics. Rise centuries after being betrayed by Kain, wield the powers of a wraith to slay vampire brethren with claws, telekinetic bolts, and the Wraith Blade, and grow stronger by devouring souls. It's an 84 average on game rankings, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to get both platinums. For $27, 75% off. Dragon Ball FighterZ Legendary Edition is a high-octane anime fighting game featuring easy-to-learn but difficult-to-master 3v3 tag combat inspired by the beloved series. The Legendary Edition bundles the full game, FighterZ passes 1 through 3, Android 21 lab coat and unlock, commentator voice packs 1 through 4, extra stamps, and a Super Saiyan Goku lobby avatar, plus a story mode featuring Android 21 supervised by Akira Toriyama. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $15, 45% off. The Last Faith is a gothic Metroidvania that fuses precise, merciless combat with dark, Souls-like tension, intricate level design, and atmospheric storytelling. You'll guide Eric through snow-dusted mountains, moonlit castles, and a cursed, non-linear world, wielding a vast arsenal of melee weapons, arcane spells, and long-range firearms to carve your own path while executing stylish, creative, and devastating combos. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $20, 60% off. Disgaea 1 Complete is a full HD remaster of the legendary strategy RPG that kicked off Nippon Ichi's beloved series, bringing the chaotic, hilarious Netherworld back to life for a new generation of players. You'll follow the bratty demon prince Laharl, his mischievous vassal Etna, and the ever-optimistic angel trainee Floan on a wild, over-the-top quest to reclaim the throne and restore order, well, sort of, to the underworld. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $20, 67% off. Project Songbird is a first-person cinematic psychological horror game where Dakota, a musician battling writer's block, isolates in a remote Appalachian cabin to record their next album, only to find themselves fighting to survive through haunting dreamscapes and a nightmarish ordeal. Explore diverse environments with ranged and melee combat, upgradable weapons, a stellar voice cast, and a dynamic soundtrack composed by members of Auric Echoes. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $15, 50% off. The Rogue Prince of Persia is a roguelite action platformer where the prince battles through a doomed Persia, using acrobatic combat and parkour to undo a fatal mistake and rewrite his kingdom's fate. You'll chain wall runs and precision strikes while mastering over 100 weapons and medallions, experimenting with builds across procedurally generated runs filled with secrets, evolving narration, and meaningful meta progression. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $24, 20% off. Luna Abyss is a story-driven action-adventure blending fluid platforming with bullet hell combat, following Fox, a prisoner sent to explore a derelict megastructure beneath the mimic moon Luna, recovering forgotten technology from ruins that consumed a lost colony. Navigate centuries-old halls watched over by our artificial prison guard Aelin as the voices of the Abyss whisper cryptic secrets about Greymont's terrible fate. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $40, 20% off. Directive 8020 is a cinematic sci-fi horror adventure from the creators of Until Dawn and The Quarry, where the crew of the crash-landed colony ship Cassiopeia fights to survive an alien organism that perfectly mimics its prey. Evade the threat in real time, make trust-shattering decisions about who is human and who is not, and replay via a Turning Point story tree to uncover multiple endings, solo or in 6-player couch co-op. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $14, 80% off. EA Sports FC 26 is the latest installment in the football franchise, offering an overhauled gameplay experience to deliver more authentic and responsive matches. Whether you prefer career mode with real-world manager live challenges, competitive gameplay for football ultimate team and clubs, or creating your dream squad in new live events and tournament modes, every match feels dynamic and strategically deep. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $20, 20% off, Super Meat Boy 3D is a tough-as-nails precision platformer, now in 3D, where an animated cube of meat leaps from walls, dodges buzzsaws, and braves burning forests, trash dumps, and high-tech forges to rescue his bandaged girlfriend from an evil fetus in a tux. Expect brutal but fair levels ramping from hard to soul-crushing, epic boss fights, dark world stages designed to break you, and a banger soundtrack, all in 3D. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $28, 20% off, Myst Remake is Cyan's ground-up reimagining of the iconic puzzle adventure, whisking you to the eerily beautiful Myst Island and its mysterious ages to unravel a tale of ruthless family betrayal through immersive environmental exploration. Built with all new art, sound, and reimagined interactions, plus optional puzzle randomization and ray tracing support, this is the definitive modern experience of the beloved classic. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $28, 20% off, Riven Remake is Cyan World's expanded reimagining of the 1997 classic, sending you through dense jungles, caverns, and monolithic structures to explore a world shaped by a man who sees himself as a god and uncover why it teeters on the verge of collapse. Free movement through a real-time 3D environment and captivating new visuals bring Riven to life as its cunning puzzles reward careful observation and environmental storytelling. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $26, 35% off, The House in Fata Morgana, Dreams of the Remnants edition is a gothic visual novel spanning nearly a millennium, exploring tragedy, human nature, and insanity. Experience the main storyline, the prequel, A Requiem for Innocence, and the sequel, Reincarnation, all with enhanced voice acting, beautifully illustrated scenes, and haunting, atmospheric music for a deeply immersive, emotional, and unforgettable journey. It's a 93 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $12, 75% off, the Crysis Remastered trilogy delivers 3 visually stunning first-person shooters, fully updated with enhanced textures, lighting, and effects. You play as a super soldier, using a nanosuit with speed, strength, and cloaking abilities in Crysis Remastered, customizing the upgraded Nanosuit 2.0 in Crysis 2 Remastered, and uncovering the truth behind the Cell Corporation in Crysis 3 Remastered. It's an 84 average on game rankings, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $12, 50% off, the Dave the Diver Dave and Ichiban bundle is a lighthearted adventure RPG where you explore the ever-changing blue hole by day, hunting rare fish and battling deep-sea creatures, before running a bustling sushi restaurant by night, crafting dishes and uncovering strange mysteries. The Ichiban Holiday Content Pack adds extra challenges, new minigames, and the chance to team up with Ichiban in this endlessly energetic and comedic loop. It's a 90 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $16, 70% off, Persona Dancing Endless Night Collection is a rhythm game bundle that brings together Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight, Persona 4 Dancing All Night, and Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight in a one stylish package. With iconic Persona soundtracks adapted for rhythm gameplay, character customization, and social events that deepen bonds with teammates, it delivers stylish, fan-focused musical fun. It's a 75 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $20, 50% off, Mandragora Whispers of the Witch Tree is a dark fantasy action RPG where you play as an inquisitor, exploring a ruined world filled with monstrous foes, hidden secrets, and dangerous treasures while unraveling a deep, mysterious narrative. Choose from 6 classes, master precise Souls-like combat with dodges, parries, and powerful attacks, craft weapons and gear, and traverse 75 interconnected locations from Crimson City to the horrors of Entropy. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $36, 40% off, the Risk of Rain 2 bundle includes the base game and all 3 expansions, Survivors of the Void, Seekers of the Storm, and Alloyed Collective, in a massive roguelike third-person shooter where you escape a chaotic alien planet by combining loot and mastering a diverse roster of survivors. Battle hordes of frenzied monsters solo or with friends, with the DLC adding new survivors, items, stages, enemies, and alternate endings. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $12, 80% off, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is an open-world action RPG where you play as a Spartan hero navigating ancient Greece, shaping your destiny and influencing history through the choices you make in a world on the brink of chaos. You'll explore untamed landscapes and bustling cities, engage in large-scale battles, complete quests that affect the world around you, and develop your character with abilities, weapons, and gear. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $20, 33% off. The Precinct puts you in the shoes of rookie cop Nick Cordell Jr., patrolling the neon-soaked streets of 1980s Averno City while chasing criminals, solving your father's murder, and navigating gang-driven conspiracies. Respond to everything from petty infractions to grand heists with intense foot, car, and helicopter pursuits, destructible environments, and tactical support calls for backup, roadblocks, and spike strips. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $24, 60% off. The Outlast Trials is a co-op survival horror experience from Red Barrel set during the Cold War, where unwilling test subjects are imprisoned inside Murkoff's sadistic psychological experiments. Sneak through nightmarish trial facilities solo or with up to 3 friends using stealth-focused gameplay, scarce defensive tools like stun rigs and blind mines, and 10 subjective-based missions that pit you against grotesque enemies. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $40, 34% off. Horizon Call of the Mountain is an immersive VR adventure where you play as Rias, exploring the Karja and Nora homelands, scaling peaks, and confronting fearsome machines while uncovering a dangerous threat. You'll climb, hunt machines, craft items, and interact with a richly detailed 360-degree environment using intuitive PSVR 2 sense controls, experiencing the thrill of height, motion, and breathtaking vistas. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $18, 80% off, Lost Judgment Ultimate Edition is a narrative-driven action-adventure where private detective Takayuki Yagami revisits a chilling case of seemingly impossible crimes, including the full base game and all DLC. You'll investigate using gadgets and classic sleuthing, brawl through streets with 3 distinct martial arts styles, and go deep undercover in side activities like street racing and side cases across Kamurocho and Ijincho. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $16, 20% off. Tiny Bookshop is a cozy narrative management game where you leave everything behind to open a secondhand bookshop by the sea, stocking books of different genres, decorating with plants or spooky candles, and recommending the perfect read to each unique customer. Befriend quirky locals, set up shop across scenic Buxtonbury by the Sea locations, and uncover the town's hidden history as you grow your stamp collection. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $30, 25% off. Disney Epic Mickey Rebrushed is a rebuilt remake of the beloved 3D platformer, bringing Mickey Mouse back to Wasteland, a world of forgotten Disney characters, where his magic brush can restore beauty with paint or reshape environments with thinner. Improved controls, new abilities like dash and ground pound, enhanced animations, and stunning reimagined visuals offer a fresh, dynamic take on this fan-favorite classic. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $28, 30% off, SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide is a colorful 3D platformer where SpongeBob and Patrick must stop the Flying Dutchman and King Neptune from tearing Bikini Bottom apart. Switch seamlessly between SpongeBob and Patrick as you combine their unique platforming abilities, master Patrick's new grappling and burrowing skills, and explore iconic locations while battling bosses in a fully voiced original story. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $24, 60% off, Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory is a rhythm action spin-off that lets you relive iconic moments from the series through over 140 musical tracks, while playing as fan-favorite heroes from Disney and Square Enix world. Battle enemies in time with the music across side-scrolling, aerial, and boss stages, team up in co-op or online versus modes, and revisit key story scenes that celebrate the saga's biggest adventures. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $15, 50% off, River City Girls flips the classic beat-em-up formula with a hilarious, high-energy twist as Kyoko and Misako brawl through the city to rescue their kidnapped boyfriends, Kunio and Riki. Battle street gangs, punks, and over-the-top bosses across colorful 16-bit style districts, leveling up your moves, and chaining flashy combos, throws, and special attacks that pack serious punch whether you're playing solo or in chaotic local co-op. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $30, 40% off. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 is a fully remade skateboarding collection that brings back 2 classic entries with modern visuals, refined controls, and online multiplayer for up to 8 skaters. Tear through faithfully recreated parks in crisp 4K with the iconic 2-minute format and classic soundtrack, customize your skater and design parks with shareable goals, and tackle tougher challenges in enhanced New Game Plus mode. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $35, 30% off, the Lunar Remastered Collection bundles 2 beloved classic JRPGs, Silver Star Story Complete, following aspiring Dragon Master Alex as he battles the Magic Emperor, and Eternal Blue Complete, set 1,000 years later as hero and friends escort the mysterious Lucia while hunted by enemies who brand her the Destroyer of Lunar. Both titles feature enhanced graphics, overhauled audio, and quality of life improvements throughout. It's an 84 average on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $24, 20% off, Tides of Tomorrow is a single-player adventure set in a flooded world ravaged by the disease Plastemia, where an innovative online story link feature lets you feel the echoes of other players' choices and leave your own lasting mark for future Tidewalkers. Sail through uncertain waters, meet ruthless marauders, everyday reclaimers, and mysterious mystics, while levels and narrative choices shift based on the story link you select. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $12, 80% off, Psychonauts 2 is a whimsical platform adventure where Raz Aquato, a young psychic and acrobat, joins the secretive international espionage group, the Psychonauts, to stop a hidden mole and save the organization. Explore the minds of friends and foes, using psychic powers to solve clever puzzles, battle inner demons, unlock hidden memories, and manipulate environments across acrobatic, quirky, and creatively designed worlds. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $15, 50% off, A Hat in Time is a charming 3D platformer where a little girl travels across imaginative worlds, stitching magical hats that grant unique powers while collecting timepieces to unlock new areas and adventures. You'll explore colorful, oversized environments, solve creative platforming challenges, and use a variety of hats to overcome obstacles, defeat quirky enemies, and reach hidden secrets throughout each level. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $24, 60% off, I Am Setsuna is a heartfelt JRPG where you follow Setsuna as she prepares to make the ultimate sacrifice to save her homeland, delivering a story of emotion, sorrow, and moving fantasy adventure. You'll explore beautifully crafted environments, meet a cast of memorable characters, and engage in a battle system inspired by Chrono Trigger, blending turn-based strategy with modern refinements for a nostalgic yet fresh experience. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $12, 85% off, Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom Deluxe Edition is an epic JRPG where you join young King Evan on a grand quest to found a new kingdom, unite his world, and save its people from a looming evil. Explore beautifully crafted kingdoms, engage in strategic real-time battles, and navigate a rich story filled with unforgettable characters, magical creatures, and whimsical side quests, with the Deluxe Edition adding 2 additional expansions. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 85 hours to platinum. For $15, 70% off, Tactics Ogre Reborn is a legendary tactical RPG, Reborn, telling a politically charged story of war, loyalty, and moral choice in the embattled Valyrian Isles with sweeping consequences throughout. You'll fight deep, turn-based battles across fully 3D battlefields with revamped UI, unit-by-unit leveling, and endless combinations of classes, skills, equipment, and magic that reward careful planning and theory crafting. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For $12, 75% off, Borderlands 2 VR is a chaotic first-person looter shooter that immerses you in the wild, untamed world of Pandora, where you play a treasure-seeking vault hunter armed with tons of guns on a quest for loot and glory, packed with non-stop explosive mayhem. Choose from 4 unique classes, each with distinct skills and combat styles, then blast bandits, punch psychos, and take on Handsome Jack's forces in fully immersive VR. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $15, 75% off, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim VR is a full-length open-world fantasy RPG that immerses you in the epic land of Tamriel, where dragons have returned and the fate of the Empire hangs in the balance. The game includes the complete core experience along with official add-ons Dawnguard, Hearthfire, and Dragonborn, combining vast exploration, dynamic combat, and fully immersive VR mechanics for a truly epic adventure. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 125 hours to platinum. For $15, 75% off, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is a wild action-adventure that blends over-the-top combat, open sea exploration, and a comedic, story-driven pirate tale. You play as Goro Majima, an ex-Yakuza who has lost his memory and reinvents himself as a pirate, assembling a unique crew, upgrading your ship, and battling rival pirates and criminals both on land and at sea in the hunt for lost memories and legendary treasure. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, Dragon Quest Builders 2 is a charming sandbox RPG where players construct, explore, and battle through a vibrant block-based world, combining creative building with classic Dragon Quest storytelling and combat. With its colorful environments, engaging crafting mechanics, playful quests, and cozy progression systems, it's perfect for both fans of the series and newcomers looking for a relaxing yet rewarding adventure. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $15, 70% off, Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, once again follows legendary Yakuza Kazuma Kiryu, who faked his death to protect his family, as he is drawn back in a conflict by a mysterious figure. Under the codename Joryu, Kiryu navigates vibrant locations filled with compelling characters, switching between the bone-crunching Yakuza style and high-tech, precision-driven agent style in visceral melee combat. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $30, 50% off, Dragon Quest Builders is a charming sandbox RPG set in the shattered realm of Alefgard, long ago ruined, where humanity has lost the ability to build after the Dragon Lord's devastating conquest. As a legendary builder chosen by the goddess, you'll gather materials, craft tools, and rebuild towns from the ground up, while battling monsters and restoring hope through creative construction and classic Dragon Quest storytelling. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $12, 60% off, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition is an action RPG where a band of crystal caravanners journeys across a miasma-covered world to gather myrrh and keep their homeland's crystal alive. Venture through perilous dungeons using spell fusion magic and strategic real-time combat, and experience beautifully remastered visuals with challenging new dungeons and added story content. It's an 81 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $20, 50% off, Iron Man VR is a PlayStation VR action-adventure where you suit up in an original story, battling global threats as a mysterious hacker turns Stark technology against its creator. Use dual-move controllers to fly freely with the repulsor jets, unleash iconic weapons in high-speed aerial combat, and take on intense boss fights that fully leverage immersive VR mechanics, precise motion-based controls, and cinematic set pieces. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $21, 65% off, Star Ocean: The Divine Force is a sweeping sci-fi action RPG following Raymond and Letitia as their destinies intertwine across a galaxy teeming with danger, advanced civilizations, and unexpected intrigue. Explore massive open environments, from alien cities to hidden caverns, while engaging in fast-paced, real-time combat that blends high-speed movement, vanish attacks, and powerful skills for adrenaline-fueled battles. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $20, 60% off, Fantasian Neo Dimension is a turn-based RPG from Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi and composer Nobuo Uematsu, set in a world consumed by a deadly Mecteria infection. Play as Leo, who awakens with no memory and journeys through machine cities and strange dimensions to reclaim his past, using the unique Dimension battle mechanic and customizable party skills and equipment for strategic encounters. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, Disgaea 5 Complete Bundle is a tactical RPG where the demon rebel Killia leads allies to overthrow the tyrannical Void Dark and reclaim the Netherworld. Command squads across grid-based battles with deep character customization, outrageous damage numbers, and strategic mechanics like geo-effects, while the Complete Edition adds bonus scenarios, fan-favorite characters, and extra classes from across the series. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 110 hours to platinum. For $12, 60% off, Actraiser Renaissance is a modern reimagining of the 90s classic, blending 2D platforming action with city-building simulation as you guide humanity through the battle between good and evil. Cast powerful magic in realm acts, protect and cultivate settlements and realm management, and face new bosses while enjoying remastered HD graphics and a fully rearranged soundtrack by Yuzo Koshiro, including 15 new tracks. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $15, 70% off. Oninaki is an emotional action RPG where you play as Kagachi, a watcher tasked with guiding lost souls to the afterlife in a world built on the fragile balance between life, death, and reincarnation. You'll explore hauntingly beautiful environments filled with tragic spirits, battling corrupted lost through fast, fluid combat that seamlessly mixes hack-and-slash action with deeply personal storytelling and heavy emotional undertones. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. For $12, 60% off. Trine 5, A Clockwork Conspiracy, reunites Amadeus the Wizard, Zoya the Thief, and Pontius the Knight to battle a fearsome clockwork army and save loved ones in a richly detailed fantasy world full of danger and wonder. Explore stunning 2.5D landscapes, solve upgraded puzzles, and engage intense combat solo or with up to 3 friends in local or online co-op, while leveling up each hero through a new skill quest system. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $15, 62% off, the Dark Pictures anthology The Devil in Me is a cinematic horror game where a group of documentary filmmakers are lured into a modern-day replica of H.H. Holmes' murder castle, only to discover they are being trapped in deadly games. You'll explore the sinister World's Fair Hotel, solve tool-based puzzles, and navigate run, jump, and climb mechanics while surviving elaborately designed killing rooms that test your courage. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, about 20 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off. River City Girls 2 delivers a high-energy beat-em-up adventure as Misako, Kyoko, Kunio, and Riki hit the streets when an old foe returns for revenge. Fight through expanded areas of River City, unleashing guard crush attacks, lift-off combos, elemental effects, and other knuckle-busting techniques, while leveling up to unlock new moves, buy items, and recruit defeated foes or hired heavies to fight alongside you. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $20, 80% off. Watch Dogs Legion Gold Edition is an open-world action-adventure where you recruit and play as anyone in a sprawling near-future London, building a resistance through hacking, stealth, and combat to reclaim the city from corporate and criminal control. This Gold Edition includes the base game, Season Pass with 2 expansions, extra missions, 4 heroes, and the original Watch Dogs Complete Edition. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $12, 80% off. Soul Hackers 2 is a cyberpunk turn-based JRPG where Aeon's agent Ringo is sent to stop an impending apocalypse in a neon-drenched future. Explore the high-tech streets of Amami City, recruit and fuse powerful demons in your party, and exploit enemy weaknesses in strategic press-turn style battles while strengthening bonds through the Soul Matrix to unlock new abilities, deeper character moments, and major story revelations. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $12, 50% off, Romancing Saga Minstrel Song Remastered is a classic open-ended JRPG where 8 heroes set out across a vast world as ancient gods and legendary fate stones return to threaten humanity once more. Through the free scenario system, glimmer-based skill learning, and strategic combo attacks in turn-based battles, every playthrough unfolds differently depending on the choices you make and the characters you develop. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 85 hours to platinum. For $28, 30% off, Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream is an isometric, narrative-driven stealth adventure set in an early 1900s Nordic-inspired city, where Hannah searches for a missing brother while uncovering a conspiracy that threatens the fate of Eric's home. Play as 3 distinct characters with unique abilities, carefully scout guard patrols in shadowy streets, and use stealth, diversions, and environmental tools to outsmart relentless enemies. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $15, 40% off. Little Kitty, Big City is a charming open-world adventure where you play as a small cat who has fallen from their apartment and must find a way home, but probably not before exploring every corner, befriending a colorful cast of chatty animals, and causing a total ruckus first. Complete quests, help your new animal friends, customize your kitty with adorable hats, and take the occasional nap in the sunshine at your own sweet pace. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $17, 30% off. Escape from Ever After is a satirical adventure RPG where classic fairy tale heroes band together to overthrow a profit-hungry corporation invading their storybook worlds. Play as Flint Buckler as you explore shifting story realms filled with noir mysteries, engage in snappy turn-based combat with timed action commands and customizable party builds, and climb the corporate ladder to sabotage Ever After Inc. from within. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off. Dredge Complete Edition is a fishing adventure where you captain a trawler across remote islands, uncovering unsettling secrets beneath the waves while managing your catch, your upgrades, and your sanity after dark. Its eerie atmosphere, minimalist storytelling, clever progression, and expanded content with the Iron Rig, the Pale Reach, and Blackstone Key create a richer, more haunting, and deeply absorbing experience. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $37, 50% off. The River City Girls 1, 2, and 0 and Double Dragon DLC bundle packs 3 hard-hitting beat-em-ups. The original brawler where Misako and Kyoko fight to rescue their kidnapped boyfriends, the enhanced 16-bit classic River City Girls 0, and the expanded sequel featuring a Yakuza takeover, 4-player co-op, and the Double Dragon DLC, adding Billy and Jimmy Lee for a total of 8 playable characters. It's a 75 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 45 hours to finish all 3 games. For $25, 50% off, Raven's Watch Year 1 Edition is the most complete version of the action roguelite, casting you as legendary heroes from fairy tales and myths as you battle the encroaching nightmare across intense, fast-paced cooperative runs that grow deadlier with each attempt. This edition bundles the full base game, 3 new heroes, Merlin, Romeo, and Juliet, 6 skin packs, a digital art book, and the official soundtrack in a one definitive package. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $14, 30% off. Alien Hominid Invasion brings back the beloved Alien in a chaotic run-and-gun brawler where you invade randomly assembled neighborhoods, abduct intel, blow up bosses, and mutate into powerful alien forms to take down secret agents solo or in 4-player co-op. Master flips, digs, and enemy tossing, level up with abilities like head chomping and super speed, and choose your own invasion path through a non-linear level structure. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $22, 60% off. The Prince of Persia New Era bundle pairs 2 must-play action platformers. The Lost Crown, a critically acclaimed Metroidvania where warrior Sargon manipulates time and space across a mythic Persian world filled with tight platforming and supernatural abilities, and The Rogue Prince of Persia, a fast-paced roguelite where every death is a chance to rewrite fate through fluid acrobatic combat and parkour. It's an 84 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 60 hours to finish both games. For $18, 70% off. Sonic Superstars is a fast-paced 2D, 3D hybrid platformer where Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy harness new emerald powers to explore the vibrant North Star Islands and stop Dr. Eggman. You'll dash, spin, swim, and manipulate time as you navigate visually striking environments, uncover hidden secrets, and tackle inventive platforming challenges, either solo or with up to 3 friends in drop-in, drop-out 4-player co-op. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $15, 40% off. R-Type Delta HD Boosted is a remastered shoot-'em-up where you pilot one of 3 ships against the relentless Beto Empire, wielding Delta weapons and mastering the Force mechanic through intense levels packed with massive bosses and relentless bullet patterns. High-resolution graphics, a practice mode, and a reimagined soundtrack breathes new life into this precise and timeless arcade classic. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $16, 20% off. Haste is a high-speed third-person running game set in a collapsing universe where you race through a variety of disintegrating worlds, mastering fluid movement and wielding items and abilities to push through each level before it crumbles and falls apart around you. Encounter unique challenges and intriguing characters along the way, piecing together the mystery of the destruction and searching for a way to escape it. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $30, 25% off. Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection bundles all 7 games in the beloved RPG series, Pegasus, Leo, Dragon, 2 versions of Star Force 2, and both versions of Star Force 3, following 11-year-old Geostellar as he merges with the alien Omega Zis to become Mega Man, and battle electromagnetic threats in the advanced world of 2200X. A gallery of illustrations, music, and online play make this the definitive version of the franchise. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $12, 40% off. Party Animals is a hilarious physics-based party game where adorable animals punch, kick, and ragdoll their way through chaotic multiplayer brawls, pitting you against friends across a variety of wild modes and colorful arenas that reward pure mayhem over skill. Wobble, flail, and fight your way to victory solo or with up to 8 players online or locally in one of the most chaotically entertaining party games around. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 10 out of 10, and about 110 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. Good luck with that. For $15, 50% off, Nico Dorico, The Magical World Director's Cut is a whimsical 2.5D platformer that follows Nico and Luna as they traverse magical worlds filled with secrets, treasures, and giant bosses. Run, jump, ride animal mounts, and explore vibrant levels with underwater segments, minecart rides, and classic 3D platforming while enjoying new hard mode challenges, secret collectibles, hidden areas, and cooperative play with a friend. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $18, 40% off, Slime Rancher 2 is a first-person farming adventure that follows Beatrix LeBeau as she travels to the mysterious Rainbow Island to uncover its hidden secrets. Explore rainbow-hued biomes filled with cotton and angler slimes, upgrade your backpack to harvest plorts and resources, expand a glass-walled conservatory with new gadgets and ranching tech, and uncover ancient technology scattered across the island's far reaches. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off. Witchspring R is a charming story-driven 3D RPG following Pieberry, a young witch honing her magical skills and exploring a vibrant world full of secrets, mystical creatures, hidden treasures, and challenging bosses waiting around every corner. Combine strategic turn-based battles with deep crafting, collection, and customization systems to shape Pieberry's abilities and gear in a richly detailed, heartfelt fantasy adventure. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $18, 40% off, the Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza Kiwami 2 bundle is a remastered action drama collection that follows Kazuma Kiryu through 2 explosive crime sagas across Japan's underworld. Brawl through Kamurocho and Sotenbori with hard-hitting combat, dive into dramatic stories of betrayal and clan warfare, and face iconic rivals like the Dragon of Kansai in side activities, sub-stories, and all-out Yakuza showdowns. It's an 83 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 160 hours to get both platinums. For $15, 40% off, Walkabout Mini Golf is a vibrant, immersive VR mini-golf experience with stunning detailed courses and incredibly realistic physics, offering 8 unique 18-hole courses, night mode challenges, treasure hunts, and over 188 collectible custom balls. Play solo or with up to 8 players in cross-play private games with locomotion options, a driving range, and avatar customization rounding out an endlessly fun and social experience. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $24, 40% off, Tales of Xillia Remastered brings the beloved JRPG to HD for the first time, letting you follow medical student Jude or the mysterious spirit wielder Milla through the vibrant world of Riza Maxia in a deeply engaging story where their fates inevitably intertwine. Master the dual-raid linear motion battle system for devastating combo attacks and enjoy improved graphics, autosave, toggleable encounters, and all original DLC. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $18, 10% off, Ereban Shadow Legacy is a fast-paced stealth platformer where you play as Ayana, the last of a forgotten race, using the Shadow Merge ability to dive into and move freely through shadows, climbing walls, attacking from cover, and infiltrating enemy lines unseen. Absorb echoes to unlock lethal and non-lethal powers, craft high-tech gadgets, and choose your playstyle as you uncover the truth behind your past and a dying universe. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $15, 25% off, 9 Years of Shadows is a side-scrolling Metroidvania that follows Europa, a brave warrior determined to enter the mechanical giant Talos and stop the corruption threatening to swallow the world. Battle tainted creatures, befriend a Pino, the magical floating bear, and switch elemental armors while performing halberd combos, solving environmental puzzles, exploring hidden areas, and restoring color to the twisted halls of Talos. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $21, 30% off, Sacred 2 Remaster returns to the massive fantasy realm of Ankaria, where T-Energy has plunged a once prosperous world into corruption and chaos as 6 heroes with unique abilities fight for survival. Battle monstrous creatures, conquer dungeons, and shape your character through loot, leveling, and deep customization across hundreds of quests, with refined combat mechanics, a modern UI, and all expansions included. It's a 72 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For 35 bucks, 30% off, Cthulhu: The Cosmic Abyss is a first-person Lovecraftian horror adventure set in 2053, where Agent Noah investigates missing miners in the Pacific depths and descends in Aurelia as Cthulhu's influence steadily erodes his sanity. Gather clues with AI companion Key, solve complex puzzles, and navigate branching investigative paths in a cinematic narrative where the deeper you go, the more your mind succumbs to cosmic horror. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For 20 bucks, 50% off. The Grandia HD Collection bundles 2 beloved RPG classics in beautiful HD. Grandia, using the PS1 version's code as a foundation, follows Justin and his allies racing against the sinister Garlisle forces to unravel the mysteries of forgotten civilization, and Grandia 2, using the Dreamcast version's code as a foundation, follows jaded geohound Ryudo on a morally complex quest to save the world with a group of unlikely allies. It's an 87 average on game rankings, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 110 hours to finish both games. For 30 bucks, 25% off, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots brings the beloved series back with accessible, fun gameplay for all skill levels, teeing off across vibrant courses with intuitive controls, deep tournament customization including weather and handicap settings, and wacky modes that make every swing satisfying. Compete in single-player, challenge friends locally, or test your skills against golfers worldwide in online modes with leaderboards and seasonal events. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 170 hours to platinum. For 19 bucks, 35% off, Neverwinter Nights 2 Enhanced Edition casts you as the Shardbearer, tasked with stopping the King of Shadows and his army from desecrating the land across over 100 hours of epic campaigns and 3 expansions: Mask of the Betrayer, Storm of Zahir, and Mysteries of Westgate. Refined mechanics, polished camera controls, enhanced textures, and the full D&D 3.5 rule set deliver a classic RPG experience reimagined for modern players. It's an 82 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 200 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.